one with nature.
The heavens are smiting me. Uh-huh. And what do you want? Come on.
We've heard you've got tons of old books lying around, and we want to borrow the Leo of...
Huh. Don't get me started. After the chasm was sealed off, the family mining business started going south. Then, to pay off my debts, I had no choice but to pawn off my beloved book collection. Every last... Wrong. That was my life's work. It's useless ranting and raving at you like this. Unless you have other business here, I'm done talking.
Please tell me that you didn't pawn Volume 6 of Legend of the
Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
What? But we don't?
That work was an epic-defining masterpiece. Granted, but over time it was the work that came to define the genre of barely any copies of the first edition.
The later edition inexplicably went out of print, almost as soon as it was released.
Yes, that's right. How did I forget? The original edition...
You mean you still have...
Yes. It is my one...
Hey, Chang! You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss waiting like this. I'm sure you don't need me to remind you that if you mess with
But you know I can't afford to give a 70% discount on the price.
That's your business. The question is, do you want your books, or do you...
Whoa there, friend. Come on. This gentleman is either willing to...
Just who do you think you are?
My liege, I am but one who comes to the aid of this
Guhua clan? Did you hear this clown? Oh, there was me thinking the last granddads of Guhua had keeled over and...
Justice is blind to our backgrounds, my friend. That just makes me someone trying to do the right thing.
Get a load of this guy. And you, Chang, you're selling that core lapis.
Oh, how the wolves prey upon the fallen.
So, just to come back to what we were talking about...
Oh, what does it matter now? I can't...
3 long years I have waited for this day. Words cannot express my grat...
All right, give it a rest. Just bring it back when you're finished.
Hey, where are you going?
Time to go. Follow the wind.
You like reading, huh?
Oh, amazing!
Hello? Shincho?
No wonder this book is so highly...
How can they bully poor old Chang the Ninth like this? Forcing him to sell his orb...
Why do you give up on your books?
Oh, so now
The reason I borrowed this book is that it would be and I meant every word I said to Chang the Ninth. I will be custodian of this book, and I will also help find a way to buy back the rest of his Of course I do. An initial plan anyway. Give me a second to reflect.
You're still here? What is this, a game to you? You think no one's really gonna... I gotta hand it to the Goofball clan. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say...
There's a saying that goes, the insect that shakes the oak tree ludicrously over...
Quit quoting...
Please leave this place. I will not tolerate an attempt to coerce an honest...
It's cute that you want it, but you picked the wrong time, you little punk. I brought the Fatui to back me up. Oh,
I may be young, my liege, but the
Oh, great speech.
You are eavesdropper.
Into the wind.
Rain outlines your fate.
As one with wind and cloud.
You're dead meat! The more, the merrier.
I thought that was just a regular pendant you were wearing, not a vision. You won this round, but you better watch your back. This isn't over.
Would it be too much to hope they've learned their lesson? No, you misunderstand. That fellow has a foul mouth, to be sure, though I long to restore Guhua to its former glory.
They've gone for now, but they'll be back.
I'll see to it that no harm comes to those who show me kindness. There is a just and unjust way to do. It's not like the Fatui to pick sides in a business dispute. But the confident demeanor of their errand boy there must be a deeper level of... He mentioned Gentry Mautai. I know this name.
That idea works.
Me? I have other things to look into. Let me see.
You really have stuff to do?
Wow. So that's how that turned out.
Ugh, this guy is so annoying. Paimon just wants to slap him right in his... Fine. But, as per tradition, Paimon gets to pick an ugly nickname for him. From now on, he shall be known as... Guhua Geek.
You go first. No need to wait. One more page and I'll go and stretch my legs.
One with nature.
Who goes there? Really? He didn't the Master's dealing with some urgent business.
Urgent business?
The Master's been working on a major business.
So, where...
I'm sorry. The Master is stressed that we must not disclose that information to just... no! I mean, yes. Yes, you are. I meant no offense. I'm sorry. Master's currently in business negotiations at Shinya Kiosk. I beg for your mercy, please.
Well, my master has much more important things to do than talking to rude guards like you. Luckily for you, your bad attitude...
Thank you. May your...
Nice work! Paimon never knew you were such a tough negotiator. Paimon loves compliments and all. Anyway, seems like the VIP client in in that case... Seems business is booming at the Shinua kiosk. No one should know, but either way, if we want to know what kind of shady business they're up to,
children,
we better be careful.
Come.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for... In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together.
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child, you are so very much. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, that simply won't do. Especially, fortunately, I have not yet grown so... Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, I will not go into too much detail, but the teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket.
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic...
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create but that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need what's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the material. Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the bed. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies. And if you were lucky, but almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner. Even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite. which must be chiseled from the rock of the... In any case, Smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure, and the goodness knows if that child...
Well, since you're an adept,
Yes.
she counts? How come there are so many adepti in Liyue?
Oh, maybe so. Who can say?
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yenfei. I believe you already heard of the traveler and his traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the chiefs. A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of... Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yenfei, a legal advisor. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention...
All right, Yenfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. You'll have to excuse Yenfei. She's always been like this.
Pаймon was gonna ask the same question.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've got...
Is that so? Yenfei, are you sure you can't find some other way?
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's... Hold on.
Whoa, that's a really thick book.
Commercial consultancy. Or... Snezhnaya? Ah, found him. Krusel. A Snezhnayan merchant. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins. And so, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck... Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem. But it's best if you just stand...
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid... Best we be a little...
The wind knows me.
I understand. I do. Please.
The subordinate I said.
We just ran into a minor procurement, but it's nothing for you to worry about. If Chang the Ninth will...
That would be most ideal. We are willing to lend a certain degree of... You may suddenly find our goodwill.
I understand. I am in...
We shall see when the time...
Darn that old man Chang.
So, Mr. Gentry, who knows if Gua Geek has made any progress?
Time to go.
said you had other things to... When actually, all you meant was you wanted somewhere new.
I see. I guessed as much.
Did you really guess, or are you just saying...
The course of action we must take is now clear. To start with, my liege, for reasons that I cannot explain, I will be... There is no need for you to read the contents of the letter.
Ugh, this writing is super hard to read. Paimon can't make heads or tails of it.
Hence why I said there's no need. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will have someone who...
Well, why would you want to get them involved? They're one of the bigwig commerce guilds, and since we got to Liyue, Paimon keeps having such big backing would be great and all, but are you sure they'd want...
No need to worry about that. From what I know, once they have read the carefully reasoned and passionately argued case I put forth in this letter, Gentry Moutsai must be taught a lesson he will never forget. Also, I do not wish for anyone else to know of my...
Why not? You're only doing this to try and help change them...
To silently disappear at the matter's conclusion, concealing one's name and each droplet of kindness I receive, I am duty-bound to repay with...
That sounds very lovely, but be honest.
Thank you in advance for delivering this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Hey! Excuse us, we come bearing news of a matter requiring your assistance.
A letter? Oh, I see. This... Oh, don't mind me. I was just
Can we actually read this thing?
Yes, the script is honored guests. You must both be wary from your long journey. Please allow the Feiyun Commerce Guild to be your host. Please rest assured that the matter written about has been duly received. Please take a seat here in Lioli Pavilion, where you may enjoy...
Yay! Tasty snap!
Of course. We treat visitors with the utmost respect here at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. When honored guests, please, this way.
And Paimon thought we'd get kicked out. Paimon didn't think Guhua Geek had so much...
Thank you for your patience. With the amount of wealth and power Gentry Moutsai has, it will take more than for him to correct the error of his ways. He must feel for himself. Since Gentry Moutsai's business has to do with core lapis, we simply need to buy up all the stock there is in Liyue. Deprived of the necessary raw materials, even...
Great idea! That'll be sure to mess... But Liyue is huge.
With the timescale we are on, it is indeed a challenge. First, there are a number of vendors in the city you will need to buy from. There is also some unsold core lapis at the chasm. Finally, there is Chang the Ninth's batch.
Alrighty, so 3 sellers in the city, another one at the...
Of course, we are not expecting...
Wow, so many more! With cash like...
Well, this is not the first. All you need to do is strike a deal. The Feiyun, once you have purchased all the core lapis, please proceed...
Gotta hand it to Guhua Geek. This is some seriously solid work for a guy who lives in a fantasy world. Let's do this in the order the guy said. First the sellers in the city, then the chasm, and then last but not least, Chang the Ninth. Look, it's Hu Tao! She looks kind of troubled.
Hey! Stop right there, heroes!
What the? Oh, Xiang...
I was just kidding around. Happy Lantern Rite! Oh,
Nah, of course not.
we were I noticed, which is why I stopped you. We can't disturb her now or we won't get to see the... Well, I gave her a new outfit as a gift, but
Ooh, what kind of outfit?
a bright red one, of course. The color of prosperity. But just so you're aware, Hu-Tao's not really been herself lately. Whenever I've tried asking her what's wrong, but she won't even admit there's a problem.
Pаймon was just thinking that she looked good. Wow, Hu-Tao! Is that a new outfit?
Nope. The tailor happened to be in Liyue looking for a change of scenery and fresh inspiration. Oh, stop! I'm just Your voice is as sweet as ever, Hu-Tao, but we're your friends. Work-related.
You stressing about work? That's gotta be a Huh? You think Kuchin would be able to help?
Good idea! Especially since it's festival season. Forget about work for now, Hu.
Yeah! Take some time to relax and Aw, really? You sure you can't?
Okay, fair enough. But don't take too long.
Me neither! Paimon's drooling over.
Hi, anything I can... You want all my core lapis? Well, that's sad. None are in writing. The buyers are being incredibly indecisive. Oh, it's for the Feiyun Commerce Guild? Nothing. Don't worry about my prior client. He hadn't made any down payments or anything. Thank you for your patronage. We hope the Feiyun Commerce Guild will continue.
Good day, my friend. Oh, I thought you were here to purchase Snezhnaya. No, that I still have. Although I ship it all to factories in Snezhnaya. Too much hassle, not enough return. Sorry. What? No. All right, I'll do it. Clearly no shortage of cash flow in Liu.
Oi! Shh! All of it? Though my business may not seem so big, all of it would be far more than you actually want. What are you saying? Of course, if it's for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, then
Time to go.
Hello so there.
Aha, finally. As it happens, I do have a batch of core lapis that hasn't been shipped yet. The original buyer's price was already quite high, so...
Are you serious? We spent less than 2 million.
I'm afraid it has to go to the highest bidder. I'm breaching an existing... look, you have your problems to deal with, and I...
All right. We'll pay. When we get back, we'll just have to tell the guild that we'll sell to this gentleman at...
Wait, surely there's no need for that. Please, don't do this. It's not even your money.
It might be the guild's money, but we'll have a tough time explaining. If he asks, all we can do is mention your name and...
I understand. There's just one other thing, though. There's been an issue. I don't know where exactly, but if so, maybe you could go and look for the carts? There should be... Oh, thank you very much.
That's that, then. Oh, yeah! Make a note of the location. We'll... Let Paimon...
Into the wind. Let's get it on! Ha! Ha!
Another one dead.
Time to go.
The wind knows me.
That's it.
Run with nature. Clouds high. The birds call. Buckle up. Cool it. Let's get it on. Into the wind. Run with nature.
Here we go! Quick, That guy said there were 5 carts in total, so that should be all of them. Let's get back. This has all been quite exhausting for poor little Paimon. He definitely owes Paimon some snacks. Here, we've made a note of the cart's location.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you both. Yes, let's make this official.
Done and dusted. Yeah! We make a great team. Now for the final stop on our...
into the wind.
Just who I was hoping to see. You wouldn't know anything about...
Oh, don't worry. You won't be hearing from them.
Oh? What happened, huh? Oh, I see now. You're in this trade too. So you're trying to beat him to the post. But I don't care who you are. A discount of 70% is simply impossible. The maximum I can do is 40% off.
No need. We'll take it at the market rate.
You mean you're not trying? I can't believe it. I will make a profit on this batch, but gentry mount-sized thugs could still come back.
If Paimon told you they're not gonna bother you again, then you'd better believe they're...
Huh. Oh, but tell me, what on...
Actually, it's for a commission. Can't go into too much detail.
Thank you. Thank you a million times over.
Good people always get what's coming to them in the... Anyway, let's get going, because...
Welcome. The final act in this drama would not be
You better believe it! We're the ones who...
well, naturally, I used the time to immerse myself completely. Divine halberd, an ominous sword. Mirror, and the way the story develops across the first 5 volumes. Nothing short of exemplary. How blessed we are to have such an author grace our world with such works.
And this is related to Gentry Moutsai. How?
It's not. But when something surpasses expectations to such a degree, one must... It was rather good. Thanks.
Why does Paimon have to be the So go on then, tell me.
Think about it. Gentry Moutsai goes searching for core lapis all over Liyue Harbor, and he doesn't find a single piece. He panics. Without the goods, he can't fulfill his contract. And if he can't fulfill his contract, he hears a rumor that the Feiyun Commerce Guild is the culprit. Gentry Moutsai is a hugely powerful figure in the business world. Never has anyone dared to target him like this. So regardless of whether it is revenge or a swift resolution...
So it was you! You...
Speak of the devil.
I went everywhere trying to find someone selling core lapis. But core lapis is hardly a rare mineral, and yet suddenly...
We are not persecuting you, but protecting another. Was it not one of your own men who said, this isn't a...
You clearly don't know, Master. If you...
One with nature. Don't get frostbite.
You asked for it.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
So soon!
Come on, we can do it!
No, my sword!
You can't run from death.
Impressive.
Their strength is almost spent.
Might I remind you that the Fatui's relationship with you extends...
What are you saying?
Then figure it out by...
Don't go. Wait.
My lord, what are you doing here? Are you hurt?
Thanks to this valiant young man?
My lord?
You are...
Indeed, my liege. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan.
Rats!
Gentry Moutsai. Coercion and intimidation are hardly the attributes of a respectable businessman. I shudder to think what the Fatui will do with you if you fail.
You meddling swine.
Since you asked Chang the Ninth for a discount of 3 times the market rate sounds fair, no?
How dare you?
Deep breaths now. This is a simple decision. On behalf of the Feiyun Commerce Guild, I thank you for your—
You? Funny speaking, so that massive stash of Mora, you let us—
'Twas but a paltry sum. I got to make a very sound investment while putting Gentry Maltsai in his place. Very droll.
Yikes! Paimon's been calling you— Paimon read in one of these martial artist novels that when rich heirs like you get angry at someone, you have— Paimon's toast! And sorry, very sorry, please—
Calm down. Since you can fly, you hardly—
Save me! Save me! This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill!
Jokes aside, I have the two— Meanwhile, Legend of the Shattered Halberd was positively riveting. I did nothing, and hence deserve none of his gratitude. To have made such valiant—
My lord, forgive the intrusion. It's a—
Please inform my father thusly. I have averted a disaster. Might this meritorious act compensate for my prior transgressions, and earn me a few more days of freedom?
For all your clever long words, the fact is you're just a lazy—
What if I told you—
A reward?
It seems whatever I say, there's no persuading you to stay. Oh, I didn't realize you were—
Thank you in advance for returning the book for me.
Into the wind.
Finally, you're back. This morning, I'm positive that you must have been behind this once again. Thank you. Please don't say that. You have no idea. The Chang family was a prestigious household in Liyue back in the day. Unfortunately, since then, I've saved for years, hoping to restore the house to its former glory. In the end, were it not for you, this barren wasteland in the mountains—
Wow, that's the second—
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing?
Wonderful. Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Do people really look down on the goop?
Actually, the art is centuries old, and was once held in high esteem. But to instigate a revival, you need to inject some fresh blood, but in any case, Guhua kids these days. Take that young rascal Xingqiu, for instance. For all his talk about repaying kindness, what does it matter? Anyway, you wanted the Liyue volume. It's yours to keep. In addition, here is but a small token of appreciation. My ore is sold, and my treasure— What?
What was that? Paimon?
Oh, nothing. That little rascal, surely—
We're looking for the Great Muchina Yokai! Do you know where it lives? Great Muchina Yokai? What's that? Huh? You've never heard of it? It's a sneaky monster that goes around playing tricks on people. It's got magic power. One time, the Great Mujina Yokai stole some rice from our house. Sounds like a very naughty little monk. 'Cause we finally found out how to My dad said that the Great Mujina Yokai likes to play tricks, so all we need to do is chase it away. This monster sounds scary. Surely your parents must— Oh, not really. I told my dad that I was gonna find the Great Muji. So we think it must be weak right now. It's probably hiding away. Yeah, So, as long as we get home before it gets... Something sounds very strange about all this. But Paimon can't say exactly what it is. Yeah, Paimon feels like the Great Mujina Yokai is one of those storybook monsters that we should tell them so they don't waste all their... Oh, children! Listen up! There's no need... Huh? No way! That's impossible! Your folks are just worried about you is all. They don't want you wandering too far from home. That's not true. The Great Yeah! Yoimiya's even making some weapons for us. And Yoimiya, huh? We told her all about the Great Mujina Yokai. She said we shouldn't be scared. We've been waiting for ages now. And finally, Yoimiya said that today's the day. Yoimiya plays with us and tells us stories of... But... Come on, let's get out of here and go find Yoimiya. Wait, hold on, don't go! They didn't seem to take that, but who knows what Yoimiya's got to do. Cheer up, guys. Don't be so down. She was only joking back there. How could the Great Mujina Yokai... But we've never seen it for our... That's because the Great Mujina Yokai is extra powerful. It's okay. Don't be discouraged. Hey, even if you can't find it right now, it'll definitely show up before the fireworks show starts. So, no matter how powerful the Great Mujina Yokai might... It's up to you guys to protect your homes, your crops... Got it! Thanks, Miss Yoimiya. Oh, yeah. Hold up a sec. I have a few slips of paper for you guys. One each. Remember to give it to your... Just tell them it's from Yoimiya. They'll know what it's about. Okay. Thank you, Yoimiya. We're gonna go back now. Thanks, Yoimiya. Come, sure thing. Will do. Take care on the way back, and I'll see you later. So it was you guys. I guessed as much from the way the Great Mujina Yokai is pretty popular with the kids. Okay, but it definitely... Yeah, the first time I heard about it, I knew straight away that was probably... But when the kids asked me about it, I didn't want to break it to them. I just told them that it looks cute. So, I guess now they... So in a way, maybe so. In any case, I'm not gonna be the one who... Sure, it's likely that the parents just wanted to stop the kids from staying out all... I just go ahead and tell them that the Great Mujina Yokai doesn't exist without... Besides, they're just kids. They should be a... Heck, I entertain my fair share of fantasies too. The fire diamond that spins around and shoots out lights that are all... I know that they don't really exist, but I still enjoy believing in them. I'd give them the evil eyes and tell them to get the heck out of my face because maybe it doesn't matter so much if something's real or not. Maybe magic and awesome, the things we believed and the experiences we had when we were young. When you were kids, surely you guys believed in things like heroes who slew dragons and sacred swords that cut through darkness. If we tear apart these kids' fairy tales now, what else do we have to tell them? That Inazuma's locked down? All the grim... Yeah! Oh, way too early. For sure. Whether you understood me or not, okay. It's about time I headed back. The Naganohara fireworks show. Well, yeah. I mean, that's why our name is on the... Oh, on the subject? Are you busy these days? If not, then you should totally come on. In that case, come with me to Naganohara. Inazuma is home to the Yai Publishing House, and a lot of people who like to write stories, too. In fact, most of what they write is based off of the kinds of fairy tales I was just talking about. A lot of them have bad endings, though. Like, the fire diamond will get put in a rich person's gallery where it will never be ignited again. Or, someone will see the mist spirit and not manage to catch it, but because they angered it, it'll never show itself again. The hero who slays the dragon becomes the next dragon. The sacred sword that once fought the darkness now becomes a doomsday weapon. I know these kinds of stories are all the rage nowadays, but I really can't bring myself to like them. If something's magical, it should be kept that way. Pops. I'm back.
The fireworks show is almost upon us, and the fireworks... Oh, new faces? Who are these two?
A bit of both, actually. They arrived in Inazuma just recently.
Well, either way, come on in and have a seat. And I, Naganahara
That can wait. Pops, I need to ask you about...
A long...
Pops has started... Sorry about this, ever since Pops had his accident... Really? But for a moment there, no...
Much later, people eventually realized that if you grow...
Pops, wait!
Huh? What's that?
Did they deliver those firework materials that we ordered?
Oh! Yesterday's fireworks have all been delivered.
No, Pops, I meant the materials.
Ah, today's fireworks are almost ready too.
No, Pops, the materials.
Sorry?
Materials!
Oh,
Yes! Sorry. Pаймon got all excited because you
The materials aren't here yet.
No worries. As long as we know, that's fine.
Of course.
Oh, sorry if we were a little loud. It's always the way, though. It's like that every time I need to ask Pops something. That's my Pops. He's a good person. Because my Pops is deaf, he never argues with anyone and never When I was little, I thought it was because he really understood me and agreed with what... Eventually, I realized that the reason he was like that was that he's... It just makes me happy to see him smile. Anyway, more importantly right now, the fireworks...
Yoimiya?
Oh, you...
Sorry.
Hold on. I'm coming... No one's looking. Okay. We're lucky that no one from the Tenryo Commission...
Sorry, I guess I was a little rash.
Don't worry, Sakajiro. So far, we're going to look for firework materials shortly while we're...
Thank you for all your help.
He's one of our old customers. He came back to Inazuma from the outside world not long ago. While he was smuggling... An arrest warrant? Shh! Keep it down! We don't want to draw any... If Sakajiro was caught, there's no knowing what crimes they could charge him with. All we can do is find him a boat and... Yeah, we know it's going... What if the boat capsizes? If things are this bad...
Well... But as soon as I got back, I started hearing about all these unbelievable... I didn't want to cause any trouble for Yoimiya or Mr. Ryunosuke, but I'm...
Hey, no worries. You're more than welcome. Remember what I said? As long... Little piece of paper? Yep, the same paper slips as the one I gave to the kids earlier. Whenever a customer orders, only people from inside my family can understand what's written on. If someone shows a Naganohara that paper slip, we guarantee we can make the exact same Wow! It's a family tradition. All our regular
The slip I have is from back when my parents ordered fireworks from Mr. Ryunosuke. Now that I think about it, it must... I would have thought...
It'll be fine. Escaping in a boat is just a last resort for if there's no other way. I'll still try and come up with whatever their reasons might be, if our customers come to...
Thank you. This way, I still have...
All right. Well, let's not stay out here in the open for too long.
All right. I'll leave it...
It's a shame. They still wouldn't give him a permit. Speaking of, you guys only got here recently. How did you manage to get a permit? Even then, we only got through thanks to some help from Miss Hiragi too. I see. So you had big shots helping you. I guess that won't be of much help to... I just wish the commissions could be... I bet nowhere else you've been is quite like Inazuma, huh? Well, no matter what, I'm sorry. I invited you to come watch the... You don't have to join me if you don't want to. I can go sort out the firework materials in the boat by myself. And then you can come meet... Oh, cool! Then let's start with Sakajiro's boat. Oh, yeah! If it's fine with you, can I ask how you two first met? He saved me from drowning this one time, and after that, we started traveling together. Why do you ask? Nothing. I'm just quite envious of your relationship. If my pops had a person like you around, his being deaf wouldn't hold things up all the time. Why do you look so excited? Because you said person and not floating child or mascot. Koichi, I'm here! How is the boat coming along?
Yeah, it's, all right, I guess. Wait, should we really be...
Oh, don't worry, they're my friends. You can trust them. They can... Yeah, you could say...
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to doubt you. I'm just being cautious.
Huh? Why is that?
Because of the Sokoku decree. The Tenryou Commission is really suspicious of any kind of seaborne vessel.
I understand.
Don't be silly. I'm actually happy you came to me for help. I've always come to you. Right, I'll go fetch the boat now.
Thank you. Oh, if it's on the way, you can always pick up your fireworks from my house. Everything was...
All right, then. The fireworks show will be starting soon, won't it? You should make...
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, you know what? You should tell them...
That's a long story, actually.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll leave it.
Lucky you reminded me. Otherwise, I've been so busy with the fireworks business these past few days that I haven't had a moment to stop and chat with... Of course, Pops is happy to listen to me chatter away, but because he can hardly hear anything, it's... And I'm doing it again, aren't I? Ugh. What I meant, I need to make fireworks not just for you guys, but for those kids and Sakajiro as well. I'll be fine. It's actually like this every year. There's always a but when people want fireworks, it's always because they have something to commemorate. And if they miss the chance, they might never get another one. So, what you're trying to... Oh, I do! I really do! Being born into a family of fireworks makers, I feel like since I was a kid, I've been but what I really wanted to say was, don't worry about me. Sorry. It's just that good conversation can be as fleeting as fireworks sometimes, you know? Let's head to the city. I think Question! Doesn't it hurt your voice talking all the time? It can get uncomfortable, I guess. But what else would I be using my voice for? Huh. You kinda have a point. Ah, here we are. Hello, Morihiko. How's...
Yoimiya, there you are. Ha, no need to beat around the bush. You're here for the fireworks.
Huh? Really? How did...
Because a fireworks show is coming up. And that usually means you'll be running all over the place trying to get your... I've come to expect it now.
Oh, so sorry for bothering you.
Ah, come on now. You know I didn't mean it like that. What about you two? Are you the ones needing some fireworks? It's no trouble. Once when I had an argument with my son, I'm hopeless at communicating with him. If it wasn't for Yoimiya...
Nah, he was never gonna come to that. He's a sensitive kid and he cares a lot about... Maybe if you turn that frown upside down once in a while, he might feel more...
Yeah, I guess I'm probably too serious. Which is strange, because I don't think I'm anything like that when I'm talking...
Don't worry about it. No one's perfect. If you have any more trouble, even if it's not fireworks related, I'll happily oblige.
All right then. Everyone's always saying, go ahead and take the ore, by the way. It's on the house.
Oh, no you don't!
Don't worry, just take...
Gratitude won't pay your bills, though. Don't do this to me.
I already said it's fine. Please, just take it. Surely you've got to look...
Well, how about this then? I'll record this in my notebook, and we can consider it...
There's no... All right then, if you insist. Pass on my regards to your dad. Tell him Morihiko...
Will do. You look after yourself as well. Don't push your... Everyone seems to really like you, Yoimiya. You're not the first person to say that. In fact, some people, when that happens, I say to them, hey, this is a fireworks store. But they don't always listen, so it can't be helped. Anyway, we've gotten all the materials we need now, so that's next. We just need to go find someone to process them.
Time to go.
Hajime, Mr. Aminoma, it's me.
Ah, Yoimiya. If I'm not mistaken, you
Seems like everyone knows how busy Yoimiya gets leading up to the...
I'm very sorry. Would you be able to wait for a while? I have quite a bad...
No worry, Oh, wait, actually,
How about this? Do you need a hand? As long as we can get through your orders.
That will depend on my master.
Oh, you don't mind, do you, Mr. Amenoma? As you know, it's not long now and there's still a lot of fireworks left to make.
Talkative as ever, I see. Dear child, the essence of Amenoma art is patience and focus. When the mind is disturbed, if you badger Hajime like this, you will only—
But this is a special circumstance, surely! The Naganohara fireworks—
So give me your ore, and I will process it for—
Huh? Master, you mean you'll do—
Is that so surprising? It is, after all, the only option.
Thank you for helping out, Mr. Amenoma.
You're quite welcome. The Naganohara fireworks show is an important event. But Yoimiya, you should plan things more carefully in the—
I'll try my best. In the future, I'll get some extra materials in to cover—
Though for you, dear child, excuse me.
Wow, Mr. Amenoma! Just look at the shape and size of these grains. It's been a while since I've seen you take up your tools, but it looks—
Of course. I have studied these techniques my—
So, have Amenoma art and Naganohara fire—
Back in the day, it was my master, and Ryunosuke's father. The people may have changed from one generation to another. Hajime, in the future—
I know.
All right, I won't— Okay, time to head off. Koichi probably isn't back just yet, but let's go wait. Just as I thought, he isn't back yet. But not to worry. Sorry for dragging you with me everywhere. Everyone's been so—
Feels like Paimon has barely spoke.
I felt like I was neglecting you guys. So, I wanted to— When we first met, I was in a hurry. We didn't have a chance to sit down and have— You guys are travelers, right? So, where else did you go before coming— Ooh, sounds great! I heard they pretty much have no rules over there, right? My pops actually received a gift from one of his old customers over there.
Dawn Winery! Their dandelion wine is—
Yes, that's the one! I remember when he drank it. I've never seen him enjoy a bottle of wine so much. My friend once said to me that only people with a strong will and a clear purpose decide to go traveling. So, what made you guys embark on your treacherous journey to Inazuma?
And we're looking for answers from the god.
You were separated from your family? Oh, that must be really tough. I get it. Well, if that's how it is, then that's how— Unlike the outside world, what Inazuma seeks is eternity. In other words, the advantage of that is that if you're ever tired from your journey, Inazuma's a— let me put it this way. I was just worried that you might be getting weary. If you—
Sometimes.
When you're exhausted, everything becomes an uphill struggle. Even trying to have fun. You won't be able to enjoy yourself. An adventurer friend of mine once told me that if you're too focused on reaching the end of the race, you'll miss a lot of opportunities and precious moments to be had alone. Don't worry though, I'm sure I can think of some way to get— And you're here now, so even if you're gonna leave eventually, who knows? Once you're reunited with your family, maybe you'll find Inazuma the right kind of place to call home. I already have an idea of the color and type of fireworks I want to give you guys.
Yoimiya, I'm back. Sorry to keep you waiting. Okay, good. Let's go then.
If it can withstand the storms out on the—
Absolutely. Rest assured that—
Time to go.
That's way too small.
Can't be helped, I'm afraid. This is the biggest and sturdiest boat that I can provide. It's built from the Still, I'll be the first to—
I'm also hoping Sakajiro won't have to use it. I gotta say though, Koichi, it feels like you're—
I'm not the one you should be praising. It's all thanks to the guy. To avoid detection, we each worked on our own materials separately, then assembled them. This is the largest we could afford to build. Any bigger and there's no way it would pass the Tenryo
Let's store the boat here for now then.
I'll fill. Uh-oh. Paimon feels really worried all of a sudden.
Maybe it does. But I knew what I was. My family has pretty good connections with the Yashiro Commission. We work very closely with them. And whenever there's a national event of any, as long as I'm polite and respectful and don't cause a fuss. And anyway, to your point about collaboration.
That's true. This was all a collaborative effort. Wait.
So you're seasoned crooks already, eh? Don't know what I was worried. Anyway, thanks for everything, Koichi. And your fireworks are ready, so just go pick them up from my house whenever you want. While you're there, you can get my pop.
Oh, don't worry about paying anything. Third Sis would be sure to scold me if she found out I'd taken Mora from the Naganoharas.
Who's Third Sis?
Let me explain this one. It's a story my pops told me. There used to be at one point, there were a dozen or so kids born around the same time to the families of the guild. They all grew up together, each of them, they were a tightly knit group of friends. But eventually, it was inevitable that business would send them all to different corners of...
That's right. Just before we went our separate ways, the eldest of the group suggested that we should all go watch...
They were all very ambitious types, and each had their own knack for doing... After that, he hardly saw them. But whenever one of them did come back to visit, fireworks would always be involved.
Yeah. No matter how close you and your friends are, there's always gonna be some distance after being separated to us. Those
so this is what you meant when you were talking?
Yep, that's exactly right. That's why I can't let people down when they're counting. Anyway, I need to go update Sakujiro.
Yeah, I should get out of here too. I don't...
Okay, story time. So, whenever Koichi brings one of his friends from the trade association to see me, they always mention how they used to play with me when I was a kid or held me once as a baby or something. But there are so many of them in that friendship group, and I don't remember anything from that age anyway, so I never have a clue who they are. One time, he shows up with another one of his friends, and the friend asks me if I remembered him. So I'm like, yes, I do! You held me once when I was just a baby. Koichi just bursts out laughing and says, actually, this is one of his carpenter friends. Turns out he's a lot younger than he looks. Just a few years older than me. I went bright red and must have apologized like a million times. It was so embarrassing. The boat is ready and waiting. I'll mark the location for you on the map. Before you leave...
After how much effort it took to get back in, it's hard to convince myself to...
Well, they won't look much better if you get caught by the Tenryo Commission. I'm afraid that sooner or later they are going to find...
I'm sorry. I'll make sure to get out of here before they come.
I didn't mean it like that. If we ever ran into any... But if the Tenryo Commission does catch up to you...
Okay, I won't... But...
Why did you want to come back to Inazuma?
I didn't used to like this place at all. That's why I left. But looking back on once I started to realize that, I got restless. Forget it. What does it matter now?
What a pity.
Talk to us about it!
If only there was no Sakoku decree, huh? Anyway, don't worry. We're not going to bother you about it. We'll keep trying to buy you as much... The Tenryo Commission. If only they weren't so overzealous, Oh, that's right! That elderly couple, old customers of ours. That's it. I'll go talk to them.
Are you sure?
Oh, don't worry about that. They're really nice. All right, you should get back indoors. Okay, let's go. Wait, hang on. What about the fireworks? All those materials? Oh, they're so... Pops? Pops? No, never mind. I know. I'll write him a note telling him to sort out the fireworks.
Why did you cut Paimon off earlier?
Because what he needs isn't an answer, just time.
Well, if it isn't Yoimiya. Come on, are these two your friends?
Yes, they're travelers from afar. Outsiders have a big...
Indeed, these are unprecedented times. but see...
Oh,
thank you, dear. Your family is so... I wonder if I'll still be around to see the...
Of course you will. You're both in great health.
We aren't as young as we want. It used to be that I could spend all day working I wanted to do some weeding yesterday, but as soon as I bent down...
No worries. Say no more.
No. We can't be put... I'll just go fetch the tea and some...
It's fine. It's not like it's the first time I've helped you with chores. I just haven't had much time recently with...
It's no trouble.
Oh, you're such good kids. If you're quite sure it's no trouble, then I have...
Sure, it won't take... The old folks aren't very mobile, so come on, let's help them out. We'll get rid of the weeds first, and then deliver the pickled radish. Yeah, you got it! And that should just about do it. Satoru is on the other side of the village. Let's go see him now. Hey, Satoru! How have you been?
Yeah, same as usual. Not much has...
All thanks to the support of our loyal customers. I think we sold some fireworks to Liu a while back, and word is, they were a real hit.
That must mean a lot more work for you, though. Are you sure? If it gets too much, don't forget, you can always...
We should be fine. This is...
Oh, wow, thank you so much. But then I tried some of Mrs. Imatani's homemade stuff and...
Speaking of your family, how's everyone?
They're doing well. We have the occasional heated... Being close to family is better than never getting to see them. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Imatani seem to have a great relationship.
Huh, they didn't seem that way to me. You make a good point, though. I should drop by more often in the future.
Oh, I'm sure they'd love that. As would all of us in Konda.
Thank you! Now that we finished all the chores, it's time to talk to the Imatanis about Sakujiro.
That was quick. Young people are...
Younger people have bundles of energy, and older people have a wealth of wisdom.
Speaking of youth, do you know what? It's been 50...
Oh, so it has. Goodness, how the...
50 years since what? Some important...
Well, if you must know...
Oh, stop trying to impress them. We both know you were the one...
Well, maybe you're right. 50 years ago, I proposed to my wife at the Naga... To tell the truth, I was still a little uncertain. I wasn't sure what I was doing when... Even as it was rising up into the sky, but then it exploded, the sky lit up. I looked back at her and saw her eyes. Before I knew what was happening, apparently, I'd...
50 years. In some ways, it's a long time, but 50 years of being together...
I had no idea it was your 50th anniversary. If I'd known...
Oh, no, it's quite all right. We always set off the same fire. Seeing that firework go off takes us right back to those days. Even at...
Ah, what a great relief.
Enough about us, though. Yoimiya.
Yeah, it's a...
Sakujiro. So...
Huh? You know him?
He was our boy's best friend. They were inseparable. They grew up together, but one day...
Sakujiro seemed to feel that Inazuma was too peaceful, but our Keisuke took after his father and mother. He felt that there was nothing wrong at all with You know what children are like. They get terribly worked up about these...
I see.
Keisuke said nothing to me or my wife about the fight. We could sense that he was very hurt. Eventually, whether out of pent-up anger or for some other.
If it was anything else, I could talk to Keisuke. But since it's Sakujiro,
What a strange coincidence.
I understand now. When I asked Sakujiro why he came back, he just said, now I finally understand why he can't decide what to do.
Two best buddies in childhood. One grows up to join the Tenryou Commission, the other grows up to join...
Well, no worries. We can find some other way to help Sakujiro. There's no need to make things difficult for you.
yes.
I think after all these years.
Well, can't say we didn't try. I'll let Sakujiro know after we get back.
The wind knows me.
Yoimiya, something bad's happened.
Huh? Why, Pops, are you alright?
I told them the show was starting soon and the place was filled with fireworks, so they shouldn't. But they didn't listen. It seemed like they. Luckily, Sakujiro heard them coming in time and managed to escape.
Oh, this is bad news. I don't think Sakujiro had Pops. Did you see? Oh, the Tenryou Commission will definitely be chasing after him. Good point. Names. Reading names. The Commission wouldn't normally cause this big of a fuss over a stowaway.
Sorry, my ears are no good. And I didn't get a good look. I wish I'd caught their names.
As it happens, I did. I was getting some ore from my friend's place and happened to bump it. I think their leader's name was Keisuke, just like you said.
Just as I thought. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, those two running into each other won't solve anything. We can't let that happen. Come with me. It's Masazaka and his friends. Let's ask them.
Hi, Yoimiya. Are the weapons to scare away the great Muji?
Oh, Mr. Ryunosuke is making them right now. Aren't you gonna play? I'm sorry. I have something important to do right, but I'll bring you guys some candy next time. The extra sweet.
Yay! We're gonna...
Also, I wanted to ask you guys something. Yep, we did.
Are they trying to catch a monster?
No, don't worry. It's all be good kids and stay out of trouble, all right? Stay in the city for now, and...
We will. We'll be on our best behavior.
It looks like this is the right way. Let's keep going. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, I guess I'll have to step in. Look! There are people from the Tenryou Commission over there! It must be them!
Sorry, official business.
Sakujiro and Keisuke are up ahead, right?
Didn't you hear me? You're not
Ugh, what a nuisance! Time for a light show!
I must withdraw. I must withdraw.
One with nature.
Fire hazard!
I must withdraw. I must withdraw.
A festive reprise!
Into the wind.
I must withdraw.
How dare you impede the work of the Tenryou Commission? You will be punished for you. There is nowhere you can escape justice. Not even a...
Look at that. Look, we can't waste any more time on these guys. Let's push on. They should be just ahead.
Your skills with the sword have stagnated. You should have known that you stood no chance against me in a duel.
I never imagined I'd fall into your hands. If this is to be my fate...
But your return says that you finally came around to my point of view.
Whatever you say.
You will return with me to the Tenryou Commission to await your... The one who made this boat will also be punished.
Wait! It doesn't have to end like this! Don't you...
Hey, I know you. You're Naganohara's girl, who makes the fireworks. I know you like to get in...
It's okay, Yoimiya. The past is the past.
Then why did you risk life and limb to get yourself back into Inazuma? And why were you so reluctant to leave? I'll tell you why. This is why. This is the chance.
I have nothing to say to him. He's a criminal. I work for the Tenryou Out of respect for the friendship we once had, I gave him a chance to fight.
What are you talking about? You left all your subordinates back there to guard the road, making sure no one else followed you here. I can see it in your faces. You both have so...
Don't flatter yourself. What would you know?
Yoimiya, leave it.
No, I won't leave it. I will Keisuke. You seem to like settling things with a duel, so let's do it your... If I win, then you need to say everything that's in your heart. And the same goes for you, Sakujiro. If I win, you will tell Keisuke if you don't say anything now, you may...
And if you lose?
Then I'll admit to collaborating with Sakujiro and accept the...
Yoimiya.
I accept.
Sir, we're here to back you up.
Back up? Duels are supposed to be one-on-one! All right, that's it! Let's help Yoimiya! We can't let her fight them all alone!
Clouds high. The birds come. I must. Sir, they are too strong. We need more men.
Stand down.
What?
I thought I told you to stay away. Now stand...
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Young lady, you are just as obstinate as Why were you so convinced that we had things...
Because Sakujiro may not have told me about you when he came back. Then your parents told me about what happened between you when you were younger. Once I'd heard this, and that's why I simply refuse to believe that you have nothing to... Nobody sets off a firework to feel lonely, do they?
The reason I came back is that it wasn't that I'd changed my mind. I just felt that what I'd done in the past... I saw the freedom of Mondstadt, the contracts of Liyue, the wisdom of Sumeru, and the justice of Fontaine. I was glad that I'd left Inazuma. I was an escapee, and I was proud of that. What I should have tried to do is take the...
So that's why you came back? Out of your naive hope?
No, I let go of all those delusions of grandeur. After all...
Huh?
I don't know about you, but life hasn't been easy. But I just had to come back and visit.
Life isn't easy for anyone. I truly worship the Raiden Shogun. Her ideas were my personal creed, but now... My role is to punish violators of the Sakoku decree and confiscate. I do wonder, am I really? The boat is yours.
Huh?
I couldn't make you stay in Inazuma, but that doesn't mean I want to keep you here by...
What will you say to the...
Don't worry about that. I'll handle it. If you want to come back, I hear the process of returning to... I will lend you my help, but until then, you'll have to wait. And don't kick the bucket on the way out.
Don't worry, Keisuke. Any chance we can watch the fireworks together?
Maybe next time. I'll be demoted for sure. It's not like me to give in to childish sentiment like this. I can't explain why I went through. It's the one that Sakujiro planned on using for his escape. I asked Yoshitaka and the others to transport it here. Forcing Sakujiro to this spot was also something. It's just like you said, Yoimiya. Even though I hadn't fully made it.
But I think you did the right thing.
I understand now. Thank you. I didn't know...
That's only because I know your parents so well. They're both...
I had heard there was a new Naganohara running things these days. Little loud and reckless, By the way, Naganohara fireworks can reproduce the firework that the two of us set off.
Sorry, no can do. Without the slipper reference, I can't make the same one again. And I'm afraid...
Never mind then.
Don't get too down just yet, though. I can't make another one, but I'm guessing Sakujiro probably won't be needing his anymore. It'd be a shame for it to go to...
Thank you very much.
No worries. And...
Yoimiya! The way you took command of that...
What can I say? I like to talk. I'm a strong believer in the power of words. If you're not willing to communicate, then the problem just sits there. If you just... Sakujiro and Keisuke can't turn back the clock in their relationship. Anyway, follow me. I'll bring you to the perfect place to... My pups will set off the firework that I wanted to give to...
Huh? No. Oh, it's... Keisuke.
So, Yumiya, these fireworks, what do they mean to you? Yumiya?
Shh.
Huh? Oh.
That was amazing. It was, I didn't actually cry though, right? I just feel... Oh, remember that big one that went up first? The gold one? That's the one I had Pops make for you.
Oh, Paimon saw it. It was...
That's what I wanted to hear. No matter where your journey takes you, and no matter what hardships might lie ahead, I hope you'll always be able to... I believe that as time goes by, this firework will... Oh, and also, you're technically my customers now. Here, this is your paper slip. If you ever...
You know, Yumiya, you seem to turn into a completely different person during the fireworks.
Oh, I can hear you. I just have a habit of being silent while I'm watching fireworks. Quietly watching something you made with your own hands rise into the sky. It feels like a sacred... You asked me what fireworks mean to me, right?
Yep. Well, for Koichi, who built the boat for us, and his friend, Third Sis, fireworks for Keisuke's parents, and for Keisuke and Sakujiro. Oh, yeah!
As for me, to be honest,
Seriously?
Huh. Well, no one's ever asked me this before, so I've never really settled on... It was by chance that I happened to be born into the Naganohara family, so it's also by chance that I've met so many people, learned so many things, and discovered that fireworks that disappear in a flash of light are probably the furthest thing away from the eternity that our shogun desires. But people's feelings don't just disappear, and it's those feelings that give fireworks their purpose. If nobody wanted to watch fireworks, then they wouldn't exist. Also, consider this. You have to have the Naganoharas because so many people are emotional. If we didn't exist, their wishes would go unfulfilled. You know, I don't really think about complicated things like this very often, but I'm proud that I was born into the Naganohara family and have the chance to make so many pretty fireworks.
Inazuma is not such a bad place. Paimon's having a pretty good time. But we should probably go and see about the next operation that Toma and Ayaka were talking about, right? As usual, it's the first stop, Komori Tea House. Are you ready to head over?